What I'm about to share with you is the #1 game changer for your level up journey. If you do nothing else, this is the one thing that you can do to change everything. Some of y'all are not gonna like what I'm about to say, which is why I have come with receipts and I'm going to back it up with science. But the #1 key to your level up journey is. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. My name is Dr. Abby, and I'm a psychologist who helps women to find the love that they desire. I have a PhD in psychology and education and a master's degree in applied social psychology. But what qualifies me to help you level up is not my degrees, it's that I've personally lived it. I went through my own level up journey, and on this channel, I am sharing the roadmap so that you can do it too. This video is the result of literally hundreds of hours of research. I'm not even exaggerating. As in, I studied this topic during my postdoc, and I've been studying it for the last 3 years. The #1 key to your level up journey is seeking God. I know some of you just clicked off the video, but for those of you who are left, I promise you I will break it down. It's because I've studied it as part of my literal job, and I've seen the impact it's had on my life personally, that I created Psyched by Faith to show that science and faith are not incompatible, and in fact, psychology research supports the benefits of faith. And if you do nothing else in this series, I promise you that seeking God is the most important thing that you can do for your transformation, no matter where you are in your journey, and no matter what you believe. At a very basic level, seeking God is linked with positive mental health, and I'll share the research in a moment. I myself have had a variety of beliefs, from atheism to New Age to Christianity, and no matter where I was in my journey or what I believed, turning in the direction of God always made my life better. What it means to turn in the direction of God is going to depend on you. It's a very individual process. When I was an atheist, seeking God meant asking questions like, what do people actually believe? And why do they believe in this? As a New Ager, seeking God looked like asking, how can I be in alignment? Now, as a Christian, I'm asking alignment with what? Who is God? What is his character? And how can I be more like him? The Bible says when you seek God's kingdom first, your needs will be met. And I found this to be true at every step of my journey. Because when I didn't believe in God, I was anxious, I was depressed, I was angry, and everything sucked. But the more that I sought God, the better my life got. Why? Because your beliefs shape your reality, not the other way around. According to neuroscience research, whatever we choose to focus on, our brains shine a spotlight directly on it. So we end up seeing the things that we expect to see, and then we don't see the things that we don't expect to see. There's a ton of research out there on confirmation bias. The reality is that when you believe something, you look for evidence in your world to support your belief. You've probably heard the saying, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. And our belief in God is similar. When I didn't believe in God, I had a pessimistic worldview and a scarcity mindset, and I found what I expected to find. I surrounded myself with people who were just as empty inside as I was, and I filtered out all the information that might support the existence of a loving God, and accepted information that confirmed what I already believed in. In other words, atheists are also guilty of confirmation bias. So knowing that no one is safe from confirmation bias, it's important to ask yourself 3 questions. 1, what is your theory about the world? 2, do you know for sure that your theory is true? And 3, how is that theory serving you? For me, my old worldview made me terribly depressed and anxious and angry and hopeless. So I had to ask myself, would I rather be right or would I rather be well? What I realized and what led to my level up journey is that I have a choice. I could hold on to my beliefs that there is no God and hold on to my negative feelings, or I could explore who God is and confirm a belief that brings me life. Whether you like it or not, your beliefs about God dictate your life, because your life is the result of your actions, and your actions flow from what you believe about yourself, the world around you, and about God. But it's also important to interrogate, are my beliefs true? Lee Strobel is a former investigative journalist and atheist who set out to prove that Christianity was false in order to convince his wife to stop believing in Jesus. And he found that there was more evidence for Christianity than against it. As a result of his investigation, he became a Christian. I myself became a Christian because I saw so many consistencies between what the Bible said about human behavior and what psychology research said thousands of years later. And so I'm not worried about interrogating my beliefs, and I don't want you to be either. Seek God and seek the truth. Now let's talk about the psychology research. Gallup, a leading analytics firm, does an annual survey to evaluate the mental health of Americans. They ask people to rate their own mental health from excellent to poor. Not surprisingly, from 2019 to 2020, following the COVID-19 pandemic, Americans rated their mental health as decreasing, except for one group. The only group that reported that their mental health increased after the COVID-19 pandemic was people who attend religious services weekly. Not only that, but in the 2020 survey, 46% of people who attend services weekly rated their mental health as excellent, compared to just 29% of people who attend seldom or never. But why? According to research, people who are religious or spiritual are able to give meaning to and transform negative life experiences, especially the ones that are difficult to explain. And there are hundreds of peer-reviewed studies that demonstrate the benefits of seeking God. Benefits like lower depression, greater life satisfaction, more positive mental health, higher self-esteem, more resilience, more empowerment, less underage alcohol use, less binge drinking, less marijuana use, less cigarette smoking, less substance use, less deviant behavior, less risky sexual activity, more social, emotional, and financial support, more purpose, more competence, more civic engagement, and higher levels of multiple intelligences. And if you're looking for a fulfilling relationship with a life partner, people who are more religious and spiritual are more satisfied in their marriages and have more stable marriages. I am not just citing one or two studies here. I made sure that every finding that I shared was the result of a meta-analysis or review. If you don't know what a meta-analysis is or why that's significant, I've put an explanation in the description below. But essentially, meta-analyses settle debates about research. So when I say religiosity is associated with multiple intelligences, I'm not cherry-picking one or two studies. That finding is the result of a researcher who has looked at all the studies examining this question, and looking at all the studies, they came to that conclusion. I've linked everything in the description so you can check it out for yourself. In summary, according to psychology research, the debate has been settled. Seeking God improves your life. Think about it this way. Bad things happen to everyone. The Bible never promises that we will never go through bad things. But we can either choose to go through those things with God or without God. In my opinion, life is infinitely better with God. For Black Americans in particular, seeking God has been shown to be beneficial for self-concept. Historically, the church has been a source of racial pride because in a country that devalues you, God says you are made in His image. So there you have it. I'm not here to tell you how you should do it or what seeking God should look like for you. Like I said, it's a very individual process. What might bring one person closer to God might bring somebody else further from God and vice versa. And what brought me closer to God 3 years ago would bring me farther from God today. So I'm just here to encourage you to seek wherever you are. And please do let me know when you experience your transformation, because I am so certain that it's going to happen for you too. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with a friend. Subscribe to this channel because I will be sharing insights to help you experience your level up transformation. Comment below if you'd like me to go over any topics, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.